Morning, Angela.
Morning.
Morning, Sarah. Morning, Ken.
Morning.
Hey, Ceva. All righty. Well, I think we're going to do this. We got a lot to go through. Good morning, Sunrise Rotarians. We are here on this first final Friday of the year, and I'd like to see if we have any visiting Rotarians this morning. Anybody out there? Not quite yet. Yeah. Oh, hello. How about Rotaract or Interact members? Anybody on the call this morning? No, that's okay. It's all right to sleep in now and then.
I'm here from Interact, actually. My name's Ian. I'm a member.
Yay! I apologize. I couldn't see on the screen there. Could you repeat your name?
My name's Ian. No worries.
Oh, hi, Ian. Oh,
hi.
Okay, now I get it. I was looking at your name there, thinking that was me. So,
gotcha.
Great to meet you, Ian. Thanks for being here. And how about guests and Rotarians? Michael, I see Nira here with us.
Yep. As always.
As always. Thanks for so much you're doing with us, Nira. All right. We've got a few opportunities that are still lingering. Need a couple of host families to volunteer for the 2022-23 exchange year. And as a reminder, that is typically between 3 and 4 months. What fits for your family works for ours. And it is still tentative. We should know for sure by June at the latest. Club Webmaster, if anybody's got skills on the webs for maintaining a basic website, we could really use that. Sophia's looking for a mentee to be a treasurer. Really appreciate anybody who's interested in learning the numbers of our club would contact Sophie. We need a couple of translations done for our club brochure. We have English and Spanish already. Contact Barbara and Maggie for that. And future Sergeant at Arms, Nick would love a mentee as well. And, between Sophie and Nick, he couldn't have better teachers. So please consider taking on one of those roles if you're interested.
Hey, Ian?
Yes.
You got Sarah's got her hand up.
Sarah?
I'm sorry, that was an accident. Don't mind me.
It's okay. Well, hi anyway.
High five, everyone.
High five. So Saturday, I don't know who didn't get outdoors, but if you didn't, you really missed out. What a day. And we had a wonderful morning, getting the day started with a little highway cleanup. Looks like our guest Robin that Sophie brought along learned the presidential hold your stick up and wave it. I guess that's what it is. But we filled up, what was it? I think there were some 20 or 30 bags worth. You recall? Anyway, it was a lot. Found some interesting items out there too. No cash this time though. So thanks for everybody who showed up and helped with that. It made quick work of it. Jeff, you wanted to say something about Arcata High School's upcoming Safe and Sober fundraising.
Yeah, of course. I hope everybody's familiar with Arcata High Safe and Sober. It's their graduation party. They are looking for to do an auction, and they're looking for items. So if anybody has any items, you can just kind of fill out the form. There's an email address at the bottom of the form here. I can mail it out to the club. The other thing is, if you don't have an item, don't want to donate, they accept cash. So here are the different levels. So it's whatever you may want to donate to this wonderful event to keep the kids safe on graduation. And let's see, I believe that the email address, if you have any questions about donation items or anything like that, it's AHS Safe and Sober 2022 @gmail.com. And you can also go over and maybe do a list of acceptable donation items. And other than that, that's Arcata High Safe and Sober. So their virtual auction, I think, is going to be February 25th through March 3rd. So
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you mentioning appropriate items. I saw Maggie's comment there. Yeah, you're right, Maggie. No wine for the Safe and Sober auction. However, you know, Jeff, I think you recall just as well as me that back in the day, it was anything but safe or sober.
correct.
And you know, we definitely lived through a time when, you know, kids died every year at graduation parties and keggers and stuff. So, you know, I'm so glad that the community has figured this out and provided a safe and really fun and enjoyable time for the kids, because it's different than it used to be, and it's a good thing. So
Yeah,
thanks
they
for bringing
have.
this up.
Yeah, and this is really, it takes a lot to put on this event. And so anything that you can provide is wonderful. I mean, they have rides for the kids, they have games, they have music, dance, all that good stuff, food. So it's a really all-in-one stop for the kids.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Jeff. We'll get this out to the club too.
Fantastic.
Under fellowship, I know that Chris and Tammy have been working hard at kind of organizing what this is. So either one of you, if you want to hop on, and I've got a few slides you sent me here to tell us what's happening on that special Sunday.
Okay, well, I don't see Tammy. Tammy, you there? Because she was going to make the announcement this week, but I don't see her. So
Looks like
here
it's
we
all you,
go.
Chris.
You know, Super Bowl is coming up, and if the 49ers do win, this could be a popular event. We're looking to have this event on the 13th. What we're planning on doing is having various hosts. And the idea would be to have everybody, a couple of different people host the event for 1 quarter each, and maybe somebody for the halftime. That way it would keep it kind of fun, bounce house to house, see what's happening in your home. And maybe some people are having 1 or 2 of their close friends over and having a small venue. We can join your group. That'd be fun. So it'd be fun to have your Rotary friends crash your little gig. Okay. Fellowship, again, part of this thing is to do maybe that square program. Here's an idea. You know, right now, if you're not familiar with squares, you end up sending in your $10, and if you want to buy more than 1 square, at the end, we put your name in a square, and then before the game, we just put the numbers down 0 through 10, and 0 through 9 on each side, and the teams that match up at that end of each quarter end up with the winning amount. So it should be a fun way to see if you win, and there's a good dollars involved. So so it tells you a little bit about that fellowship here. At the end of each quarter, the person whose square is in the correct numbers with the corresponding team wins. Example, if the score is San Francisco 14 and the Kansas City 7 at the end of the first quarter, the person with the San Francisco 4 and the Kansas City 7 square wins. The money, you could use it, maybe you could. I could use it. You could send it to me. Make a donation, your choice. So what's the next slide? Anything else on that?
I think that's the whole thing there.
Good.
But you know, Chris, I don't know anything about sports ball, but I know I can send $10 or more on Venmo and at least maybe have a chance of winning a little something, even if I don't understand it, right?
That would be perfect. I mean, you can. We'll just be excited to give you the money, you know. So it should be. It's a fun way to do it. Again, if the weather's iffy, you guys are all going to be hanging around inside the house anyway. So come watch some commercials.
All right. So that's an official save the date.
If the 49ers are there, you're going to probably watching the game though. A lot of people will be. All right.
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Rams are going to be there, okay?
Oh no! Don't go there.
Yeah, and a lot of people in California might watch. The rest of the country could take 49ers and throw them off a cliff. So it's all where you live.
Well,
Fair enough. So other save the dates, you know, we're going to be talking fundraising here real quick. Fortuna Sunrise, our Sunrise pals in the southern part of our Bay Area here are having a fundraiser. So make sure you save the date and order a plate. We'll send that out to the club too, along with that Safe and Sober announcement. Up next, speaking of fundraising, we've got a spring fundraiser to figure out. And as said before, whoever provides the winning idea that the club chooses gets to help decide how to spend some discretionary community foundation funds. And whoever steps up and says, I really like that idea, I want to lead it, gets to spend $1,000 of the club funds towards something. So here we go. We've got some pitches to make. Chris, you came up with an idea. I didn't know what to call it quite, so I called it Under the Big Top, since you mentioned the big tent there. So tell us what your thought is. And believe me, folks, these ideas can be totally half-baked. We'll throw them in the oven and see how they come out.
Well, I'm glad you said half-baked, because all I could do is, like last week's presentation was kind of moving because of the track. We like track, Lisa and I, and they need some funds. They got a new field down there. It seems like an interesting thing for the community to figure out how to support that high school venue that's open to the public, maybe a little better. Then combined with the availability of that tent and some of the stages and stuff, I kept thinking that might make a great venue, maybe a great idea, a great focus to build a little event around, and separate, there could be possibly several of our caterers have different sections that they cater. So it's not one person catering a whole event, but maybe a group of 5 tables or something like that, sectioned off, depending on what the timing is with COVID and things like that, how close together people may or may not be. But that was the basic idea, is maybe that would be a good rallying cry to have a spring fundraiser around. But leading it is not going to be in my thing, so you can keep $1,000.
An idea guy. So is your thinking, let me see if I get this straight for the rest of the club. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you'd like to possibly do a co-fundraiser where a portion of the funds go to this project and the rest fill the rest of our committee budgets?
Well, I think that you want to, there's a real value to people getting behind a cause that's in the community, that's local. And I think giving them a good chunk of that money makes a lot of sense, because it's going directly into that facility that's being used by everybody, or possibly everybody. So this is an idea.
Thank you, Chris.
Do we know
the brainstorm?
Do we know the date of the opening of the track, when they're going to finish? I mentioned during the presentation last week, like a grand opening kind of date.
Don't think they have one just yet. They're still looking for funding to finish it out. But, if this idea is the one that percolates to the top, we'll certainly get all those sorts of details. Thank you, Michael. AJ and Ceva, you had something to say about possibly some concerts on the Plaza. Tell us about that.
So during my, I think preceding my year as president, we're just kind of brainstorming some spring fundraiser ideas. And I think at the time I was talking to Sandra of the Eureka Noon Club, and we liked the idea of some kind of like musical talent contest. And so I think there are a lot of talented folks in our community, and I guess the vision was to try to put this outside and set it up in the plaza, and then either sell little picnic squares around the middle of the plaza. So, and then the closer you were, the I guess more expensive, but or sponsor certain squares around the plaza, and it would engage our I guess youth and other talented individuals in the community. I think we even try to throw in this competition aspect to it, kind of like what you're seeing on commercial TV. But we have a lot of local, I would say like musical buskers, and I think they even I think David is someone, Michael David, someone that just comes to mind, and he could mentor some of these kids. Yeah, Arcada Idol, and just something like that. I don't know. And then obviously we'd have some refreshments or some other way to fundraise with some of the foodie community. So I don't know, see what you have any addition.
No, I mean, you said it exactly. And we were also thinking, still do the live auctions. So, or sorry, the silent auction. So we could still do the silent auction around the plaza. So we would need to have the entire plaza to do this. And with the selling the picnic spots, we could have like a chair option, and it comes with like food for your family, or like a blanket option, and the club will set that up. And then with the bands, we could also use local bands, not only do the talent show, but also get some local bands to perform. And we really need to make sure the bands get paid so we can get businesses to sponsor that, or people. And then working with the food trucks. And then also I have a bunch of carnival games that are like real carnival games with carnival tents that I use for the Halloween event. And I was thinking, since it would be a family oriented thing, we could have, carnival games and events, and not charge too much for those, like maybe like $1 for like 10 tickets or something, just so we're not, everybody can come in free, and that's how, everybody's invited, but you're selling the little spots and stuff.
It's really intriguing. Thank you both. As you both talked and as Chris talked, my head goes to, I wonder if these two ideas could work together. And so anyway, thank you very much.
Oh, donating some of the money to the Arcata High.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or if the plaza is not easily reservable, maybe having it down there at the new track field area. So
we just have to worry about the parking.
Yeah.
There's no parking around there.
Good
But
point.
the plaza is not, you can get the plaza. The
Okay.
plaza will be fine. Yeah, they want stuff like this on the plaza.
Cool. All righty. And then last but not least, certainly, Dustin and Ashliegh were talking about, I did this one, Dustin off the golf tournament. Ashliegh, I didn't see Dustin on the call this morning. You want to take this one? Whoops, some reason we can't hear you.
Is that working now?
There we go.
So yeah, Dustin was able to make it today. We've loved doing the golf tournament, and a lot of people have reached out to us wanting to do it again, as well as create new teams. So I love the idea of the spring concert, though, to bring in more people outside of our Rotary family, but for just like a general fun way to raise funds for our club's programs. We thought that would be a good one to bring back, since it can be more COVID friendly too. The one thing I do want to preface is Dustin and I are finishing our District 50 to 130 roles through June 30th. So we love it and want to help support and bring people in, but we don't have, we can't lead it right now, at least until after June 30th. So, but it's a great one. Everybody we know seem to love it.
Well, that's the fun of being an idea bringer, is we're looking for leaders to take those ideas and run with them, right? So that opportunity is open. And Ashliegh, if I recall from the first one that we did, there were opportunity for some little raffles, and I'm just brainstorming here, freewheeling. What if the golf course were willing to have a band at each hole, or and a live auction progressively throughout there, where at each hole you bid on something. I don't know, just these are all great ideas, I think, and it'd be fun to see all of them be able to be mishmashed into something together, right? So everybody think about these, and we're going to bring them to our first meeting in March to kind of throw something together and vote on it. But if in the meantime, if you are inspired by one of these ideas, please contact Chris or AJ and Ceva or Dustin and Ashliegh, and talk it through to see, what you might be able to bring on the first meeting in March to inspire folks to vote for that particular idea. So thank you, everybody. Let's move on. Terry wanted to talk about foundation giving and, being Final Friday. That's a great time to do that. Terry, you ready?
I'm ready, President Ian. Thank you. This picture shows the 3 banners that we got at last year for our giving last year. And the first one is that we gave at least $100 to, each person gave at least $100. And we were one of only 3 clubs in the district who earned that first banner. The second one is that we were number 2 in the district in per capita giving to the annual fund. And our per capita giving last year was a whopping $1,090.63. So that was awesome. And that was everyone's generosity and Maggie's leadership and my capacity for nagging people, I guess. So that was good. The last one that is showing is the really, really special one, because it says that we gave at least $100 per capita, and that made us an every Rotarian every year club, and we were the only one in the district who earned that banner. So that was pretty exciting, and thank everybody for their generosity and creativity. And that's a nice lead into our auction. Oh, we have something else first. Thank you. We have 2 brand new Paul Harris Fellows. Holly, if you're on the call, I have your regalia sitting on my kitchen table because I haven't connected with you yet. Angela has hers. Are you wearing your pin, Angela? No pressure. And Vanessa, our president-to-be, has taken my advice about it's not enough always to just have one Paul Harris Fellow. You can get a second one. So thank you very much, Vanessa, for that. Also for your leadership for next year.
I have your pin for you, Vanessa. I'll get it to you soon. Quick update on from Bob Rogers. You know, the efforts in the Rotary Foundation to eradicate polio from the world are still ongoing. We're not done, but we're getting closer every single day. There were a couple small setbacks last year, but all in all, current status is for 10 weeks in a row, no new cases of wild polio virus in the world. 10 weeks, none. 69 days since the last case in Afghanistan, 357 days, almost a year, for no cases in Pakistan. We're doing great. We're going to keep this up, and every dollar to the Rotary Foundation, part of that does help with this effort. We're going to get there. Raffle time. When Nick, were you on the call this morning? I know we missed it last week, and I know we don't usually do it on Final Friday, but you know, we missed it last week.
We do it on Final Friday. Usually we try to do it right before so people can make their money. Yeah, sorry about last week. I wasn't feeling well, but I am
glad you're feeling better.
Week. And the big prize is $20. So, sorry, somebody won the big prize last time, and so here we go. Or not. There we go.
Yeah.
Something wrong with the sound. All right, Bob. Bob's our first winner. Let's see. $5. I'll pay you through Venmo. And let's see who our next winner will be. Oh, look, now.
Now we got sound.
And Brandon. Thank you for playing, Brandon. And let's see. $5. So I'll pay you both through Venmo. Thank you guys for playing, and everybody else for the support. And we will do $30 next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick. And reminder, everybody, 1 second, I see a hand up. Reminder to everybody, you know, last time we did meet in person, we brought our change jars for, you know, the dollar on the table type raffle that we're not doing on these virtual versions. So keep your change jars growing, and when that time comes that we're back in person, we'll bring those again. Angela, I see your hand up. Thanks to Stephanie and Maggie pointing it out.
Yes, I had a fundraising idea.
Oh my gosh, Angela, yes, you did. I'm sorry I left it off. Here, let's roll back real quick. I'm sorry, Angela.
That's okay.
That's a good one too. Thank you.
So my fundraising idea is to kind of branch off of the whole Taste of the Holidays theme. And I was thinking of creating several different events specific, like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, St. Patrick's Day, those specific, holidays, and create a few auction items for our club. And I have been working on Valentine's Day. So it would be kind of like a supplemental to the Taste of the Holidays, but on a smaller scale. And the idea would be to create a complete Valentine's Day basket per se, which would include like a dinner, wine, flowers, perhaps some jewelry, and some other fun things in there. And they would, we would auction them off either just in our club, or we could also open that up to maybe online somehow. I'm not really that savvy to get that part going, but I figured if we could choose 5 in the kind of down months from Taste of the Holidays, I think we could make about $10,000 on that. And that's my idea.
Thank you, Angela. So this would be kind of a in-between supplement to the larger full-scale fundraising efforts,
Yes.
but potentially with a pretty big upside. Okay. Well, again, if anybody is inspired and wants to latch on to one of these or more than one of these ideas, please contact Dustin, Ashliegh, AJ, Ceva, Chris, and now Angela, and talk with them about it. And let's bring it back first meeting in March. Thank you, Angela. And I'm really sorry for missing that.
It's okay, no problem.